Alright, pick 25. Wrapping it up here, we got the Miami Dolphins. And I'm going to have them take Tyson Jackson, defensive end out of LSU. He projects to be a defensive end in a 3-4 scheme. The Dolphins run the 3-4, and their front three, it's not very notable. I know they have Jason Ferguson there, and I think they also got Vonnie Holiday, and the other guy I don't even know. I can't even remember his name, but that's someplace they could definitely improve, and Tyson Jackson seems to be just the kind of player they need. Next up, we have the Baltimore Ravens at 26. I think Chris McAllister is done in Baltimore. I think he's too injury prone, too inconsistent, a little too old. They had a great run with him when they took him in the first round in 1999, 10 years ago. Got a Super Bowl out of it. They got a lot of great plays from him out of it, but I think it's time to move on. And I don't know about Samari Rolle either because he's getting kind of old. So I got them taking Alphonso Smith, cornerback out of Wake Forest. Perfect pick for them, I think. Excuse me. And they'll probably actually have to end up picking another cornerback out of somewhere because they do have a little bit of an issue there. Indianapolis Colts, I didn't know where to go with this pick. I was confused, but I have heard that Jeff Saturday may retire. So, since they're losing their Pro Bowl or possibly future Hall of Fame center, I know that they drafted somebody in the second round last year, a center, Mike Pollock, but why not give them some competition? Why not get two guys in there and see who does best? So you're probably going to come out on top no matter what. So I have them taking Alex Mack, the center out of California. And they'll jockey in training camp, and we'll see who comes out on top. Eagles up next. I think they have one more hole on this team that they need to think about, and that's at offensive tackle. Their offensive line's great. They just need to get a young tackle in there because, John Runyon and the other guy, I can't remember his name, John Runyon and Shaw Thomas, they're both getting old. So I had them reach a little bit. I think they can afford to reach because they're a pretty good team and get Eben Britton, the offensive tackle out of Arizona. Another option for them is William Beatty, the offensive tackle out of Connecticut. Both of them are reaches. Both of them are second round picks, but this is the late first round, so who cares? Who cares? Next up, the Giants are picking 29th. You guys, you got to remember, this team had the eye of the tiger for most of the year, and then they just lost too much. I mean, they survived the loss of Umenora and Strahan, and they just had the eye of the tiger. They just kept winning other than the Cleveland game, which was an aberration. Through 11, 12 weeks, they were just running through everybody, and that impressed the hell out of me, and they lost Plexico, and it was just too much. So I think they know where they have to go because I think they're good at pretty much every position. They just need to think about wide receiver because Amani Toomer's retiring, and I don't think they can count on Plexico being back. So, Kenny Britt, wide receiver out of Rutgers, because Plexico's 6'5", and his height is his biggest asset. Kenny Britt is like 6'4", so that gives them another sizable wide receiver. That should be great for them. I think that's a slam dunk, unless they get Hushmanzada or Bolden or some other wide receiver in free agency or through a trade, which could happen. 30th pick, the Tennessee Titans. From what I hear, it sounds like Albert Haynesworth is getting ready to ditch town. From what I've heard, Haynesworth and the Titans are really, really far away in their contract negotiations. So I think if you're a Titans fan, get ready for that possibility of Albert Haynesworth going somewhere else next year. It looks like it might happen. So I'm going to have them take Evander Hood to improve the depth. I know they have Jason Jones, who's probably going to start in place of Albert Haynesworth, and they still got Vanden Bosch and Curse and some other guys too, but I think they need to bring in as many players as they can to try and replace Haynesworth because he was probably the best defensive tackle in the league right now. So, Titans 30th pick, Evander Hood. 31st pick, Arizona Cardinals. This looks like a slam dunk, guys, because Edgerrin James is gone. It already looks like Arizona's ready to cut him and let him go off to wherever. So, since they don't have a good running back on the roster, Tim Hightower sucks, it looks like. J.J. Arrington sucks, so no Sean Marino, the running back out of Georgia. A lot of people are going to be surprised he fell this far, but I don't know. I don't think a lot of teams need a running back all that bad, but Arizona could really use one, and I think they'll be very happy that no Sean Marino fell this far, so he's the pick. Finally, number 32, Pittsburgh picks. I think they're going to reach a little bit here because they're a heavily flawed team on the offensive line. But everywhere else, I think they're pretty good. I think they have to be pretty happy, unless they really don't like something about Mendenhall because he didn't do anything for them. But I think they're going to reach to take an offensive tackle because that's where the main problem area is. So William Beatty, the offensive tackle out of Connecticut, I think that's the pick. That's my mock. I'll make another one after the combine. That's just what I got now. See you guys later.